go. We are live! Sorry. So why is that still on, babe? It's gonna cut off.
See if this works then. Are you gonna do an intro or something?
Yeah, but obviously we can edit this together, but I'm just trying to...
3 hours later.
Well, guys. Ew, that is gross.
Saturday people, welcome back to our...
This is the first video.
Welcome to our Q&A video.
Oh, wow. Hey. Hey, so... who are... What? We don't even have no... We don't even know what we're called. Are the Richards? Hey guys, so welcome to our first ever YouTube video.
So dramatic.
Yeah, I know, because it's a dramatic moment here. So I am Sam Richards, previously Alan, but now Richards. Thanks to you.
I'm Courtney, previously Courtney.
We are the Richards, and we just thought we would start our first video with a Q&A so that you could get to know a little bit more about us. So yeah, let's go.
You want to answer that?
No.
So we met.
In summary.
We met at a house party. It was a party for a friend of mine at the time. I had no intention to go look nobody because we're supposed to be looking nobody.
We were 17, guys. Just putting the disclaimer out.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that.
Long time ago.
What, nearly 10 years. We kind of made eye contact at the party.
I think there was this a mutual understanding that we both were not interested in each other. Apparently he wasn't interested, but all his friends left. Imagine this as a guy, and he decided to stay by himself. And his excuse was, "Oh, I just wanted to help the birthday girl celebrate." Yeah, I'm sure. 10 years later.
Next question.
In all honesty,
Was it 5 or 4?
it was like 4.5, but it was about 5 because we had to give notice. And imagine when for those who are married will know, but when you get married, you have to give notice to the registry office, and it has like a 30-day turnaround or what have you,
Yeah.
minimum. And we had just hit it. Your dad had to collect the paperwork for us on the morning of the wedding and bring it to the church. God bless him. Otherwise, it would have just been a For us, that was a really spiritual process, actually. I had a really big, lavish wedding plan for 2021. Was it 2020? It was 2020. Oh my gosh, thank God. And yeah, it was going to pretty much bankrupt us, wasn't it? And the way I was thinking, yeah, it would have bankrupted us. And God just spoke to us really, really clearly. And we kind of were really confused by it. We didn't know what it meant, and it's just like all of a sudden everything clicked in. And I would say it was that all of that stuff wasn't important. Number one, it was delaying us getting married, and number two, it would have put us in a position that wouldn't benefit the direction he has for us. It was about the union and what that would do, and I think we got that message, didn't we?
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed being a bargain hunter, because I am. So
Yeah, to be fair, you did smash it with the whole decor theme and all the catering stuff. Shout out Dale.
Thanks,
yeah.
Dale.
There was a lot of people
and
that,
Dion and Laverne and Chris and oh my gosh,
and everybody else who helped, because
everyone.
it was a tight process, but a lot of people came together and helped. So yeah, made it easier to plan it in 5 weeks, and it just made you realize who's who and who's important.
Yeah.
Oh, brother. I don't think we got the time.
How long do we have?
No, I'm joking. I think for me the most difficult aspect is communication, especially coming from an environment where communication wasn't highly preached, or the way to communicate wasn't highly preached. I think that has been probably the most difficult aspect of marriage for me. But you know, when you have a good partner in this situation. It's very nice. Huh?
Is that me?
I'm not to nobody else. It's very nice to kind of have that support, especially when you fall short. It's not you fall short and it's a wrap. It's a kind of a encouragement to get back up and try again. And I think that's the beauty of marriage, is it gives you that place in that space where you know that you've got somebody who's going to be working with you.
Yeah. Almost like pulled away all of our layers and we just became very vulnerable. And I think for us, we're quite people that like to, you know, get it right, like to keep it together. And I think that's been a real big challenge for us, to really be vulnerable in front of each other. Compromising more on my wants and the things the way I think things should go, and I'm very used to being like that. And I think really joining in union with somebody is about letting go as well, and there's so much beauty in that, because I realise there's so much that I'm able to see in you that has come from it, and so much obviously to learn about myself. But yeah, I definitely would say learn to compromise, letting go. How long we got?
You don't think that much.
3 hours later.
You know we're gonna have to edit this part.
Courtney's incredible and unusual ability to
I'm really interested to see where this is going.
it's positive, alright, to figure things out, and not just figure things out, but to be so creative and so innovative to get things done. Like, oh, I have to tell you, move house. If you want to know something about somebody, yeah,
Whole other video.
Move house. I mean, move into something where there's a little bit of decorating to do. I mean, we had a fair share, but I would say that was when I really saw the husband in you that I really needed in my life, because a lot of stuff you do, I cannot be asked to do.
Wow. Yeah. Thanks, but you have to remember that you were also, what, 7 months pregnant?
There or thereabouts. Yeah.
7 months pregnant and was wallpaper stripping.
I know.
So it was a joint effort.
Dream team.
It was a joint effort.
I have seen him figure things out that personally I would have just been like, yeah, it's a wrap, let's just forget that. I come back and he's managed to make something of it, and that is actually like a quality of him, and you know, as a person. I never knew that, because when I met Courtney, I just thought it was Courtney the footballer. He could kick a ball here, there and everywhere, and that was kind of it.
I can still do that.
Okay, you can still do that, yeah, of course. But you still haven't thought of it?
Babe, they're not everything you do, but it's not like...
It's like a quality, isn't it? We can edit this bit out, it's fine. I'll do a singing break. I'll do the countdown.
Babe, it's not helping. Her qualities as a mother to Nori, the depth and the meticulous planning, and the way that you have really put the time and effort in to try and make sure that everything that little girl needs, has, and is becoming was a thought process that you did. I don't think people understand the amount of credit that you deserve for that, because it was quite it's difficult. Like, we were first time parents, and it was a situation where I always wanted my child to be very intelligent, very outgoing and bright and bubbly and all that great stuff, and you've managed to teach her all the aspects and those elements. So yeah, I think people see Nori and see how this lovely human being, but I'm not saying I didn't do anything, disclaimer, but there's a lot of behind the scenes work and structure that Sam's implemented in her life that people probably haven't noticed, or not noticed, or haven't seen firsthand, but they've seen the result of it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think that's a huge compliment, thank you. But I will definitely say a big part of Nori being who she is the structure that we've created.
100%.
And I think
but
her seeing mommy and daddy.
Her being a female and having a role model like you has been a massive thing. Like I said, there's a lot of meticulous things that you do that people haven't seen, and that I was a little bit like, babe, this is drag, this is long, blah, blah, blah. But
Yeah.
Now that she's growing up and becoming older and more aware, you can see those things that have been imprinted in from early.
Oh, thanks, babes. Oh,
We haven't.
great follow-on. There you go. Next.
We have. Nah, it's the things you can't plan for that come along, and then it's like, oh, we have to adjust like this and we have to do that, or I might have a session that I might need to do because one of the other coaches can't, or Sam might have a meeting that she has to attend to spontaneously. But it's just being able to balance, and when one can't do it, the other has to then step in, and obviously it's a team effort.
I'd say that's where our strengths are, though. I think we're really flexible in terms of you. Definitely, like when I've gone through really busy periods of like at work and trying to get stuff done, and I can like rely on you. Like we had a daddy daycare joke because there was like how many months where it was just daddy daycare. I don't know if it's something you ever clock.
Yeah.
Like it's like it gets better and better.
It's continuous working
Yeah,
process.
but you have to be continuous because life changes, and I think we do this thing like every day. We're like, right, okay, babe, what's your plan for today? What's your plan? Like it sounds very officey, like you come together and win that. What's your plan? But I tell you, like for us, that is a real major thing. Is we're always right. What's the plan? Sometimes not before we're like, okay, plan for tomorrow is da. When are you in? When who's doing pickup? Who's doing drop off? Like we're very much like that as a team.
And then the plan change.
Yeah, the plan change.
But the adjusting part is actually is how you develop.
Yeah, adjusting. Like you made a very good point. I think the adjusting part is the most important because no matter how much you plan, things are going to change. And I think just together, you've always got to be on the same page where you just want to make it work regardless. Do you know what I mean? I'll be back.
Timekeeping. Actually,
Still?
to be fair, you're getting better.
I am not that late anymore.
Anyway, it's been what, nearly 10 years, and it is, brother, and it doesn't even work. I've heard it for tell her the time before. Like it doesn't work. It does not
But you're missing
work.
something major. I've shaved my hair now, so that's going to take off a lot of time.
Babe, you wore wigs.
Yeah, but
Exactly. So what's the difference? What do you change?
oh, it's hard. You just suck at it.
Oh yeah, well, pick up the shoes bit. Wait, pick up your shoes.
Pick up your shoes. You can pick up your shoes. You
I
can
don't
pick
have-
everything else
I
as well
don't
while
have
you're doing it.
that many shoes. Shouldn't be this hard.
No, there's just so much. I just gotta think about which one to pick. That, do you know what it is on a real? Is that I truly believe, I'm growing to believe, I used to be very cutthroat with things like this, like with people. If there's stuff I don't like, I'd be like, bye. But like I've really transitioned in thinking that a lot of the challenges we face are for reasons and there's things to find within it. So it's quite hard to say, oh, you need to change this, bang. But I would probably say, we go to the cupboard, we get some cereal out, we pour a bowl of cereal, we have our, we come to sit down, we're like, we want to eat it. But in the kitchen, you've left the box, you've left all the cereal comes on the side. Then the day carries on. We go to bed and I'm looking, I'm like, why is the morning cereal box still on the counter? Why are the shoes that you took off with your big shoe rack there still on the floor? Why is your towel after you showered
The question
still
was
spread across our bed?
one thing. Sometimes I would like to go and have a second bowl. Obviously, like we just spoke about, busy schedule and adjusting. I forget. I'm working on it though. But yeah.
Next. Ooh, good question.
I would say patience and just working together to understand forgiveness, because it's very easy to hold on to things. It's very easy to be aggrieved. You're with somebody so often, you're with them literally every minute of your life, potentially, while when you're working and outside the house. It's easy to kind of clash, and it's a case where you have to understand the other person is going to do that to you, but it's how quick can you move on from that situation you might feel aggrieved from. So I would say it's the patience and forgiveness aspect of it.
I would agree. The strength that it's given us and the tools to get through challenges, like every challenge, I mean things that happen within our relationship, but things externally that you can't control, things that are circumstantial that just make everything more stressful if you go for a really challenging time. It's like before we used to rely on ourselves to do that. My personal belief, disclaimer, is that it's near enough impossible without it, or it's very difficult, because us as humans, it's really, really hard to constantly like weather all the storms and still be able to make it, you know, work. And I think God just gives you a different strength, whether that's you're praying, whether that is a scripture that comes to you, whether he uses someone else to help. Like, it's just a strength that I believe we don't have alone. So yeah. Coming.
Baby number 2. It's above me. My hands are full.
It's such an interesting question, because I would say to people when they ask me, I'm like don't trust what I say, because one day I'll say, do you know what, I'm ready, like I'm ready. Next time you ask me, I'll be like, you know what, I'm actually happy with one child. Like, I'm quite happy to have one child, done, dusted, over. That you just
don't know.
You don't know. Like, I believe babies choose you, and you don't choose them. It's like whenever. But that being said, the question was, how much children do you want as well?
I would like 3. My daughter is like 3. So
where we're at in life right now, I just don't think it's in that chapter for us to kind of make our family bigger. Maybe that's what it is, and we've had real serious conversations about it, that we do want to expand our family, but right now we are grafting. Like, when the next, we're in graft mode right now.
When the next house comes.
So let's, yeah. And for me personally, I actually would love a big family, but I'm quite happy to adopt them, because the pregnancy thing.
Do you want to go first?
Yeah, I'll go first.
No, I want to go first.
No, I want to go first. Okay, we can do. Should we do like one each?
Rock, paper, scissors.
Okay, cool. Go. Nah, do you know what? I have to say this. Yeah, this is an issue.
Anyway,
every time we do rock, paper, scissors, we always get the same. What's that about?
Let's go one each then.
And I would say my 3 words. One of them is a double barrel word, but it's still one word, so counts. Hardworking, attentive, and caring. So hardworking is a no-brainer. Honestly, this man, I'm not just saying it, is like the hardest working person I've ever met in my life. Like, pardon?
And the laziest.
Oh yeah, and the laziest. Listen, we can talk about this. He is the most hardworking, but the most. How does that work? The most lazy.
I like sleep.
Anyway, yeah, you love sleep. Yeah, we know. He's the most hardworking man. In every aspect, you know, even like, I'll be honest, like, even as in the housework, I don't think there's anything that I can ask Courtney to do that he wouldn't be able to do or try and figure out housework wise. I mean, I'm not saying that it would be done perfectly, well then maybe that's my problem. But yeah, definitely hardworking, attentive, definitely pays close attention to detail, which every woman would love, because you really know me very well.
Could you
most caring man, like as a dad, like I would want a dad like you.
Oh.
Like I actually would. Like, you actually, so your care and this real like loving nature that you have about you is just so lovely.
My 3 would be loving, powerful, and beautiful. As much as she thinks I'm caring, she, like, during this whole lockdown period, I've kind of realised how much of a softie you are in terms of how loving she is, which is a wonderful quality. And side note, I think someone gave us a bit of advice when we got married, was to just always keep getting to know your partner. And I think definitely this period has helped us to do that. Hence why we're even in this position making these kind of videos, because we want to just share that with everybody else.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's a very loving person, and not just towards me and her cub, but to everybody that she meets, in terms of even on the street. Now her mindset is just how much more love can I put out in the world to other people, which is a really warming trait, you know what I mean, as a husband, seeing that Powerful, brother. Yeah, the most powerful woman I knew before her was my mom, and that lady is
Oh, she's a powerhouse.
different level of power. But I
She's
think,
part of my inspiration, so maybe that's why, like, you know.
I think your power is crazy. It's an energy that you can't really describe, but you just have to you feel it. And beautiful is listen.
Even with my bald head.
Even with your bald head, it's this smile, this aura again about just how bright you make everything. So I just
that's
and you're pleasing to look at.
Huh?
I said you're pleasing to look at. The beauty that you have even with your bald head.
With my bald head.
You have this nice, beautiful smile, the aura, the energy that just lights up everywhere you are. So yeah, I think your beauty is very, very powerful as well. See? Share the link. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Listen, there is no such thing as a perfect relationship, but one thing you have to do is keep it real and know that everyone goes through their ups and their downs, but it's about how you react and recover from it. So yeah.
Just always be in pursuit of each other, always be in pursuit of a solution, trying to make things work, and just doing that together. And when I say pursuit, it's because you have to find it. It's not just there. Do you know what I mean? That idea of getting in a relationship and it's like, yeah, you know, now we're here, or this isn't perfect, so it needs, no, it's not supposed to be. You need to figure it out. So no, thank you so much, and lots more videos to come. We're really excited to share some really funny, silly stuff as well.
This is the part where we say like, comment, share, and subscribe.
We need to figure that out. What's the order? 3, 2, 1. Like, comment, share, and subscribe.
Subscribe.
Guys.
Peace.
Is it still recording?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Actually, is it? There it is. Like 2 pigeons.